Hey patrons, another update for you. So, a lot of you are waiting for Stalingrad and Eastern Front related videos, and as I've said, the next few weeks probably won't have many, if any, on the Eastern Front, because I'm concentrating on Crusader. Now, a lot of you probably won't be as interested in Crusader, but let me tell you two things. One, I'm really glad that I'm doing Crusader, and I'll get onto that in a second. But two, even if you're not really interested in Crusader, I think you will be once this video comes out, because it is an incredibly interesting battle, and it's kind of like a turning point in the North African campaign. It's also just really, really interesting. It's like Bruneval was really, really interesting. I didn't expect it to be, but it's really interesting. Bruneval's quite funny. Well, it's the same sort of thing with this. It's like, you know, you just think, what is going on? Why are they able to do, like, why? Anyway. So, I think a lot of people they're not really as interested in Crusader, but they really should be. And I hope this video does allow that to kind of, you know, I think people realise, hopefully they'll realise that, oh, actually, this is actually an interesting battle. But the reason that I'm really happy with it, apart from the fact that Crusader is an entertaining battle in itself, the reason that I'm really happy that I'm concentrating on it is because so far, I've only really done small battles. And I didn't realise just how big Crusader was. So, to give you some examples, so Fort Ebenemel was like a day and consisted of like 70 guys or something, I don't know, something similar like that. You know, when I think of the Long Range Desert Group, they're not obviously small, they're tiny little engagements, not really super in depth. When I think of Bruneval, it was a big video, you know, it was an hour longish, but it was just a battalion of British and then maybe, let's say 2 battalions of German. You know, it wasn't a massive battle, and it only happened on a day. When I think of my bigger videos, so, you know, Brevity was tiny. What's it called? Rommel's First Offensive was kind of big, and so was technically Crusader, Compass was as well. But not a lot had been written about those battles, so it wasn't really as in-depth as it could have been. Whereas Crusader is big, okay? And that's good. It's good for 2 reasons. One, because I've not tackled a big battle before, in this sense. Market Garden was probably the biggest. That involved, well, technically more than 2 corps, but let's say 2 corps for the British and the Americans, and then 2 more corps maybe at most for the Germans. So that's quite a big battle. But the British at Crusader have 2 corps, and they're full corps as well. And the Germans have 1 corps, and the Italians have like 2, maybe 3 corps off the top of my head. It's a pretty big battle. So that's obviously like, oh wow, it's a big battle, you know. And I didn't realise how big it was. It's quite a long battle. It's 51 days-ish, or 52 if you count the pre-battle bit. So it's quite a big battle. But this is good, because I've not had to tackle as big of a battle as this before. So I'm now gaining a lot of experience and knowledge on how to do it, because let's put it this way, if you tackle, if you come up against a puddle, you don't need to learn how to swim to cross a puddle, right? When you go to a pond, you're probably not, you know, what waist height, you just need to know how to wade through it. If you go to a pool, a swimming pool, you're going to have to learn to swim. If you want to cross a lake, or even, you know, a big lake, not just like a small one, but a big lake, swimming might not get you very far. You're going to have to start learning to sail, right? You know, or get a boat and start paddling. So the skills required to take on a lake is different to what you would with a pond in your back garden or whatever. So there's different skills involved. There's different, you know, you're going to have to up the ante a little bit. You know, a little rowing boat might do for a small lake, but a big lake, you're going to need something a bit bigger. A sailing boat or something. The same applies to Battlestorm. The same applies to these battles. I need a different skill set to tackle Crusader than I did Market Garden, or a different skill set to what I'm doing with, you know, some of the other battles I've done, like Fort Eboneville. They're kind of ponds, they're kind of puddles compared to Crusader, which is a massive lake. But the point is, Stalingrad is even bigger than that. Stalingrad is an ocean. And in order to tackle that, I'm going to have to learn a whole new skill set. So if I'm going from, I don't know, a swimming pool to an ocean, that's quite a different skill set. The intermediate part is Crusader, because it's a lake. I'm going to have to learn to sail, blah, 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 you know, if we're using the water analogy. So I am learning this. And in the last couple of days, so I'm recording this on the Thursday. Yesterday, Wednesday, I spent the entire day, and all I did, I say all I did, it was a full-on day. I spent the whole day getting all the notes that I had for Crusader, all 290 something of them, I think it was 293 pages of notes, and putting them into days. Going, day 1, right, let's get all the notes that are relevant to day 1 into that file. Okay, day 2, make a new file. All the notes relevant to that into that file. Not organising the notes, just put them into the relevant days. So I might have, let's say I had, I don't know, 20 sources. I've just listed one source after another in each day. If that makes sense, it's hard to explain. So that's all I did yesterday. Today, I spent the first 6 hours of today going through day 1, and I've started day 2, but I finished day 1 of actually going in, moving the notes around so that they're actually in some sort of order, and then tackling the script. So I've done day 1 script, yay! It's taken me 6 hours. It was, I think it was 9 or 10 pages, and I've condensed it down to 7. Like, this requires, like, the organisation, the planning of it, how I tackle each individual day compared to, you know, because Stalingrad was, well, the Stalingrad siege was 71 days. The airlift was 71 days. Crusader's 51 days on its own, and obviously Stalingrad's 7 months in length anyway. It's 7 months from what I'm going to do, you know, what I'm going to tackle with it. So in order to tackle that, I need to know how to organise myself, how to plan, how to, you know, and I've come up with a process which I'm hopefully going to iron out over the next few days when I tackle the Crusader script. And that process, if I can really iron it out, will come and it'll be amazing when I get to Stalingrad. I'll be like, thank God I did that in Crusader, because now I have the skill to tackle the big video. I hope that makes sense. I hope you just realise that I am learning skills, learning techniques, planning, organising, whatever. I'm learning how to tackle a bigger video by doing Crusader. So for that reason alone, I am really, really happy that I am tackling Crusader. It needed to happen, and I'm really happy it did. And I said this a while back, I think before I did Battle Axe, I need to tackle some bigger battles before I do Stalingrad. Well, thank you to Crusader. I didn't realise how big the battle was. So thank you to Crusader, because it is allowing me to learn most of the techniques that I need to learn now prior to starting Stalingrad. Because I think if I just try to start Stalingrad, I'd be overwhelmed. Crusader's big enough. So it is allowing me to do that. And I might do a video. I might do a video on the lessons that I've learned for Crusader. Maybe after I've done it. Because I think there's some, for those of you who are students or teachers, tutors, or maybe somebody who works in an environment where you've got to write a lot or organise yourself, you've got a massive project, and I know because I've Googled it, there's not a lot out there for big, massive projects. You know, how do you organise it? It's like 3 tips. This big video that I'm doing will hopefully give me the techniques and stuff that I can pass on to you guys, so you guys can learn from my lessons. You know, if you guys have to do big projects in the future, maybe you can get some tips from it. So I might do a video on that. Monday's video is already done. It's a 7-minute video. I did it It actually took a little bit longer than I thought it would, but it's probably the most well-edited video I've ever done. It's completely different to anything I've ever done. It is on Revisionist Historians, and I won't say too much on it, but all I'll say is that it's done, and I think you'll either love it or you'll hate it, but I don't know, because I've never done a video like it before. And I've been meaning to make this type of video, as in, I've been meaning to make the topic of the video the Revisionist Historian for a while, but the actual content of the video, I'm not sure, as in the way I've organised it and edited it. So, I don't know. Let me know what you guys think of it, if you love it, if you hate it. I think it's kind of designed to invoke a reaction out of certain people for different reasons. There's like 3 different audiences I'm going for, and I think all 3 will have a different reaction to it. So I'll be interested to see what happens with it. But it's probably my best edited video ever. I spent a long time, like a couple of days on it, and it's only 7 minutes, so it is quite an edited video. It's quite a good one. I'm also planning to do a video on this, because a few people have asked for it. Anthony Beevor's Arnhem. I'm that far into it, so I'm not very far yet. Got to read some more today. Probably about 6th or 7th of the way through. Interesting so far. I'm hopefully, obviously not this Monday, but the Monday after, I'm hoping to have this finished and have a script and get the video edited and done. I'm liking it. It's got a few flaws in it though, so I'll just say that. But that is going to be the Monday after this Monday, and yeah, I'm looking forward to making a video on this. I really want to make a video on this. So because I'm concentrating on Crusader, because I'm going to do a video on Arnhem, I don't really need books this month. So I'm going to take this opportunity now to buy much needed equipment. It's because I got a few problems. One is the lighting, which I'll sort out at some point. 2 is the teleprompter that I'm using, which is based on my phone. So if you imagine that's the camera, I put my phone above it and have a teleprompter script kind of going there. And it's really bad because usually you just end up going like this. And you can see me in the video, hi guys, how you doing? Like I'm looking above the camera. I hate that. And the problem is as well, because I'll see if I can do it now. Let's pretend, I'm not using teleprompter today, but let's pretend I am. And I go, oh, I've messed up. I need to redo that bit. I'll go like this. And then maybe it'll end up, hopefully I'll do it. It'll go out of focus, I hope. It probably hasn't done. I don't know. So I'll correct it and then I'll come back here and it'll go out of focus for a few seconds, and then people complain that it's out of focus, and then I try to use manual focus, which messed up the Crusader video, the Order of Battle video. So I need to sort this out. So I'm basically buying a teleprompter setup, in a sense. That's my main goal this time. I could do with new lighting as well. So I'm going to use this opportunity the next few weeks just to get better equipment in. Because I'm kind of, everything I'm doing is kind of like stuck together with sellotape and glue, you know, like super glue. It just, an elastic band. It just, I'm using subpar equipment to try and make something better, and it's not, I can only put up with it for so long. The lighting especially is annoying me. Ugh. And the thing is, if I have a teleprompter script and I have it in such a way, I can use my phone. My phone will be free, and I can control the teleprompter with my phone. So then I can go, oh, it's going too fast, slow it down. Oh, it's going too slow, I'll speed it up. Oh, I need to repeat that part or stop it. I can do that off the screen, so so I can control it rather than it controlling me, because at the minute it just kind of scrolls up, and if it's too fast I've got to go blah, 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 and I'm too busy concentrating on what I'm reading and trying to get the speed of it right and not focus on the presenting. So then the presenting comes across as far too sort of reading, so there's no emotion in it. It's not presented correctly. So yeah, hopefully if I get this set up, it will all just flow together, and the presentation itself, I can concentrate more on the presentation rather than what I'm reading, and therefore it will be better presented. So each video will be more entertaining. That's the theory is there. I think I know what I'm saying. The theory's there, but Whether I can turn it into practice or not, I don't know. But I think I should take the chance now, especially with concentrating on Arnhem and Crusader. I don't need more books this month, so time for equipment. Much needed equipment. I'll also say as well, Monday's video coming, that is only 7 minutes long, and because the outro is 20 seconds, I don't have time to put your names in it, so your names will not be in the video, unfortunately, this time, but it's only a one-off. I think with small videos like that, if I put like a minute at the end, it just doesn't work. So your names won't be in that one. But I do appreciate your support. I've put a little thing saying thank you very much, you guys are awesome, which you are. So yeah, just bear that in mind. So I'm going to leave it there. Thank you very much for supporting. It is really helping out, so thank you. And as I say, if you've got any questions, let me know and I'll get back to you tomorrow. So thanks very much for watching. Thanks for supporting. Bye for now.